I just got through watching Cobra Kai season 5, and it was really, this show, the season 5, and well, not as good as the last season. It's just as good as the fourth 5. They're pretty good. They're like a sandwich. They just, you put them together, you get awesomeness. Now, the plot. Okay, what's the plot? The plot of of this season is that after John Kreese bribes the tournament and to make it look like Tori win, and ever since Cobra Kai cheated All Valley, Johnny and Miyagi-Do has not had the best of luck. And he has to close the dojo, but Johnny manages to get back up on his feet. And so does the rest of Cobra Kai. All the while, what's his name? Oh yeah, John Kreese is in jail. Again, spoiler from the end of, this is all spoilerish from the end of the last season. Anyways, John Kreese is in jail and is dealing with therapy, and we get some scenes with him and the therapist. And it's easily the most human thing I've ever seen of John Kreese. Everyone I've met, particularly at my film school, has told me, oh, John Kreese is a cartoon villain. And then I would say, no, Terry Silver is a cartoon. Well, turns out we were both wrong. After sitting through this season, it dawned on me that most of the flashbacks they had in Vietnam and all that, it makes John Kreese even more human. He's not a cartoon villain. And it's very much like Ivan Drago in Creed 2. They were able to make a cartoon villain into an actual human being. I love it when movies and shows are able to pull this off. Well, enough about John Kreese. Let's talk about some of the characters. Who do I start with? Yeah, I know, Tori. Tori goes through a character arc, and without giving too much away, she's working for Terry Silver, and she's talking. There's scenes in where she's talking to John Kreese while he's in jail, and pretending to be his granddaughter for some reason. Anyhow, and she's, as she puts it, she gets caught up in more and more lies to the point where she can't take it no more. She redeems herself at the end of the season. And she also has this friend character whose name escapes me. There's the name. Look it up. Who do I talk about next? Oh yeah, let's talk about Sam. I'll talk about, her brother later, whose name also escapes me. Here's the name. Look it up. Sam also goes through something of a character arc where she leaves karate for a while, and she has to figure out who she is. And when you think about it, Tori did play a huge part in that, because for the last couple of seasons, she's been doing almost nothing but karate. So she has, but then when she goes into therapy, she goes into this therapy tank, I believe it is, and she closes her eyes. And that's where it goes into Stranger Things levels of crazy. No, I'm not kidding. That scene in the show, it goes all Stranger Things. Like, she's like what looks like the Upside Down. She's in this black void, and she sees all these people around her, including her old man, Daniel. And she's asking, "Who am I?" And then the scene goes from Stranger Things to Rise of Skywalker as she meets Evil Sam and she fights Evil Sam. Yeah, remember in Rise of Skywalker where, Rey fought Evil Rey and only lasted a couple of minutes and it practically meant nothing and it was nothing but filler? No, here it's actually, it actually means something. They're fighting, and it's kind of like old westerns. One wears the black, one wears the white. The evil Sam wears the black, and the good Sam wears the white. They fight each other, and that's a pretty good scene. And then we have, her brother. Sam's brother, he also changes quite a lot because if you remember season 1, he was kind of a brat in the first season. He didn't have much to do in season 4. I don't even remember if he was in season 3. Season 1, he was looking at his iPad, playing his video games, paying barely any attention to what the hell is Daniel was saying. So, yeah. So, he got to learn karate in this in this season. And what else? Robbie and Kenny. Why didn't I not bring up Kenny in my season 4 review? Well, the goof's on me. Kenny is a character in season 4 who Robbie takes under his wing. And their arc is, it's going back to Star Wars for a moment. The arc is between Kenny and, Robbie is very similar to, let's say, Anakin and Obi-Wan's arcs. You know how Obi-Wan trained Anakin and then Anakin turned to the dark side? That's basically what happened with Kenny. Kenny goes to the dark side, or in the show's case, Cobra Kai. And Johnny Silver, he's basically Kenny's Emperor Palpatine. He gets into his head. Who else should I talk about? Oh yeah, let's talk about some of the older characters. We have, what's her name? Oh, give me a moment. We have a character in Cobra Kai who's from Karate Kid 3. Let me look it up. Oh yeah, Jessica. I believe that's her name. Yeah, Jessica Andrews. She's in this show. You know, the girl that Daniel was hanging around with in Karate Kid 3. Yeah, she's in the show, only she's not in it for much. She appears like when Johnny's wife leaves him and takes the kids with him, and she goes to, and it turns out Jessica and Johnny's wife, they're cousins. I could give you a good reaction to what my reaction was. We also have, okay, what's his name? Oh yeah, Mike Barnes. You know, the villain, the asshole from Karate Kid 3. Well, he's in the movie, and the show actually redeems him as well. Without going a little too much into spoilers, I don't want to spoil him in the show. Trust me, go watch his scenes on YouTube, and you'll know what the hell I'm talking about. And so, who else should I bring up? Oh yeah, we got a bunch of fight scenes. One in the new Cobra Kai, setting. And just wow, just wow. This show is amazing. And I'm all geared up for season 6. Okay? So I give this show, or this season,